There's this girl I met up in Tennessee. Blonde hair, big blue eyes, the prettiest girl I've ever seen. And when I think of her, I thank the Lord above, 'cause I never thought
Mark here, Celtic Crossbows. Glad you can join me once again. The last video we looked at the Steamboat Stinger 1 and fitting the custom tuning trigger kit from Steamboat, how to modify it, how to install it. Now we're looking at the OP360 tuning trigger from Dani of sprayinpaint. This is version 2.1, the latest version. Dani has revised the trigger layout, increased the length of the trigger blade, give you more leverage, lowered the gearing to give you more control in a final let off. I'm not going to bore the pants off you. I'm going to take you through exactly the same steps that we done on the last one, just on a different machine, different material. Suffice to say, we'll give you a quick recap. Take your front scales off. 2 screws on the back, 2 nuts and bolt on the front. Take those off, take the arms off. Once you've got those off, you'll have a drifting side on your trigger pivot. Unlike the Cobra Steamboat Stinger 1, where you drove the pin out from the left to the right, on this version you drive it from the right to the left. Okay, that's the only difference between the two systems. So the one on the Cobra Steamboat Stinger 1 from left to right, on the alloy chassis, on this with the plastic chassis, it's the reverse, is right to the left. That's the only difference between the two. Okay, the only other significant difference is the version 2.1 from Dani is the trigger is now a straight blade design. This is give you, I'll do it from, let me see if I can hold this from the left hand side, you can see on the camera. It's a longer run to the trigger before release. It gives you more control. Because it's lower geared, it's not a snap release, which I think is better for a control let off. For a hunting or survival crossbow, which is what this setup is going to be, a survival crossbow. When you look inside here, you can see now the tolerances are much tighter. It's no longer like a dick in a shirt sleeve. Much better finish. Incredibly tighter control. In fact, I had to give this a little sanding before she went in, so that's a little note as well. When you come to fit yours, it may not go straight in. Mine didn't. Took a little bit of sanding. Alex, my usual designer, he's busy at the moment doing his coursework, college work. So this was done by 3D Cults, printed this for me, and it's a good quality blade, good quality finish. I like it. Do I think it was worth the extra cost compared to my mate Alex? I don't know. I don't think so. Like I said, because the ones he's printed for me have fitted straight in out of the box without any sanding alteration. So that is where I like Alex, where Alex have done these, and Alex is a shooter himself. He knows exactly what the component is for and how it fits. So this is something to consider as well when you're using a different designer for the first time. Be prepared for different tolerances. If they're not a shooter, they don't know exactly what you're after and what it's for. So I'm going to give you a close-up of the picture now from above. As you can see exactly the breech area and what you're looking at. And now we got to look at the trigger from the side to see how it fits compared to a standard OP360. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this first installment of our build guide on the OP360 Survival, which is going to be my take on the Steamboat Stinger Survival, and see what we can do on a budget to do it. Incidentally, the difference in cost of the triggers, okay, I have this trigger produced and everything, costs a lot more than for my regular guy, because he's not done through an agent, which was for 3D Cult. This has actually cost me a lot more. In fact, it cost me more than what I sell my triggers for. This is our first step on our building our survival crossbow, using 3D parts and other things to make it as competitive as possible at a price. The costs will cost you whatever you can get it done for. It's that simple. If you can print it yourself, it's cheaper, but you've got the cost of buying the printer and the material, etc. If you can get a friend to print it for you, that's preferable. You're helping them out and they can share the costs with you. If you go through an agent like 3D Cult, it'll cost you a damn sight more. The level of quality also depends on what machines they're using. You don't know. Once you have a supplier which you're used to, stick with them. I usually stick with my friend Alex. He's busy doing a lot of university stuff at the moment, and I've been badgering him a bit as well. Sorry, Al. But it's gonna be the cost of your final product is what you put into it. The higher the quality of polymer, etc., using a 3D printing, you can get 3D printed aluminium these days. It'll cost you $1,000 for a magazine. It's whatever you put into it. But so we're gonna keep this low cost PLA and 1% fill, and see what we can do to compete and produce our survival crossbow. Keep watching, like and subscribe. Thanks and bye bye.